Apple just had their September 2022 event, which they introduced a few new products, including the AirPods Pro 2, a brand new upgraded version of the original AirPods Pro. The new AirPods Pro 2 is donning a somewhat similar design to its predecessor, with upgrades to the chip, the mics, some features, and most notably the case. But are any of these new upgrades actually useful, and do they improve our lives? As an avid user of the first generation AirPods Pro, I believe that AirPods Pro 2 have at least 5 new features that are actually useful and a great upgrade from the first generation. So let's talk about it, and let's talk tech. I'm Adrian with Ardently Tech. We believe tech was made to make our lives easier, so we're here to help you discover and learn about that tech that improves your life. So make sure to subscribe to our channel if you're a fellow tech lover or someone who's ever been confused about tech. The first useful feature of the new AirPods Pro 2 is the battery life. The first generation had 4.5 hours of listening time before the case, and with the case it was 24 hours of listening time. But now it has 6 hours of listening time on the AirPods Pro 2 and a total of 30 hours with the case. So that's pretty cool. And I think that's before ANC is factored in, so it might be slightly less hours, but it's still a big jump from its predecessor, the AirPods Pro 1. It's going to come in handy, especially because you won't have to charge these as often, and if you forget to charge them, you probably will still have a good amount of charge left. So that's pretty cool. Speaking of charging, the next feature that is useful is the fact that you can now use your Apple Watch charger for the AirPods Pro 2. This is the first time I think any Apple product has had 3 different methods of charging for one product. You can charge them the traditional way with a lightning charger right here, or you can use MagSafe. If you have a MagSafe charger, you can connect it right onto there. And now with the added functionality of being able to use your Apple Watch charger, now you have a versatile product that can charge several different ways, which is, again, a first of its kind, I think, with Apple. Actually, it's really 4, not even 3. You can use even regular wireless charging to charge the AirPods Pros too. It's just crazy that you're able to do that. So that's really a really useful functionality that's going to come in clutch those days where you forget your charger, or somebody might not have the lightning cord, but they might have a smart MagSafe charger or a wireless charger or an Apple Watch charger. There's no excuse for you to have a dead pair of AirPods anymore. Really, there's no excuse because you have so many ways to charge it. Another useful feature of the new AirPods Pro 2 is the fact that you can now track it with the same technology that's in the AirTags. Having the precision finding is something that should be on almost every Apple product, because I have like 8 AirTags because of how useful those things are. On my keys, in my car, in my luggage, and my backpack, they're just such a useful tool. And the fact that the AirPods have them built in is great. Yeah, you could use Find My to find your first generation AirPods Pro or whatever, but it wasn't with precision finding the way that these new AirPods Pro 2 have. And speaking of the ability to find these AirPods a little bit easier, the new speaker that's on the bottom of the AirPods are gonna help with that as well, which is another useful feature for somebody who might be losing the AirPods or misplacing the AirPods quite often. Whenever you lose your AirPods, it's definitely gonna be easier to find with the speaker because it's gonna play the sound out of that speaker instead of the AirPods itself like it used to when in the first generation. So that's gonna be really useful, and I think all the AirPods should have that little speaker just to be able to find them a lot easier, especially because the cases sometimes go missing and you just have AirPods, and if you don't have the cases, you can't charge your AirPods. So yeah, that's really clutch too. And the little drawstring loop is also really clutch. I like to have a case on mine. I usually have this case on my AirPods Pro 1 so I can attach it to my belt loop, but now I won't have to have a case on it, though I still might have one just for the sake of keeping it pristine condition. And the next useful feature on the new AirPods Pro 2 are actually the touch controls on the AirPods. So on the AirPods Pro 1, you had the ability to squeeze the stem to pause, play, or even go back and go forward while listening to music. But now you have the ability in the AirPods Pro 2 to swipe up and down to control the volume. And that's something that I find valuable when I'm working out and I'm at the gym. Sometimes the music gets a little too loud and I need to lower the volume, but that means I have to go to my phone and lower the volume there manually, or I can tell, hey Siri, lower the volume so percent. But if you're in a loud environment, or you're not in a place to be able to speak out loud to Siri, say you're in a library, being able to just lower your volume or just use those touch controls, it's going to be really really useful and come in super clutch. Notice how those 5 useful features did not include the new transparency mode, which is quote unquote adaptive transparency mode, or the new customizable spatial audio. While those 2 things are nice and really cool to try on, especially spatial audio, it's really cool, but honestly, it is not something that makes your life easier or really improves your user experience in any way. Transparency mode maybe, but transparency mode on the first generation was fine. Adaptive noise cancellation, I'm sure will be cool, but useful is not something I think I would use to describe it. So those features are nice and exciting. I don't think they're necessarily the most useful. Those are the 5 new features on the AirPods Pros 2 that I'm excited for, that I think are really going to upgrade the experience of the AirPods Pros. But if you disagree, or if you have anything that I missed, or have any questions about the AirPods Pro 2, make sure to leave a comment below to spell it out, or just disagree with me, or just to ask any questions. I'll be getting those in-house soon. Once they get to my house, we're going to review them, we're going to test them out, and we're going to make a video about how they're good, compare them to the AirPods Pro ones, and see if they're actually worth the upgrade. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And if you're curious to know what other features we think are going to be useful or are useful from the September 2022 event that Apple just put out, check out this video playlist right here. We'll have a lot more videos coming up there soon. So if they aren't there already, stay tuned for more, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.